Well, hello, YouTube. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's see what we got going on here. Okay. I hit the wrong button. There we go. Okay, let's do a little welcome. And we'll come back here to tools. All right. Let's see who shows up first. I'm betting probably Ken. We'll get a little bit of sound here at the beach. Why not? Too bad it wasn't animated. That would be better, yeah. Not too bad. We got some sound to go with it. Why not? So you can almost see the waves rushing in. That's the way you gotta be when you're painting a picture. Visualize it and listen for the sounds. Make it up in your mind. That's how you paint. Same way. All you that are new to the channel, I welcome you. And we broadcast live every night at 10:30. Jump on in and join the rest of us. You'll meet a pretty decent, nice people, nice bunch of guys here and ladies that come in, make some new friends. We talk about different things, not just art or painting. Although that's supposed to be the focus, but a lot of people tend to talk about other things. But that's okay too. We don't mind, or I don't mind. We do have the option to become a member. Check that video out. There is a video for that. Hey Ken, how you doing, buddy? We're at the beach today. Can you hear the sound of the roaring tide coming in? Nice peaceful sound. They'll probably put us all to sleep. Hear that ocean. Can you hear it? Hey, Recon, you surprised me. You got here so soon. Get the beach here. Hear the sound? Can you hear it? You're eating, huh? The waves are crashing. Hey. Ken and I'll probably just fall asleep. I mean, Ken's already fell asleep with the keyboard before. I've darn near done it. Taco Bell. Why not? Download tonight, 17.32 megabits per second. That's really good download. Upload's crappy, 0.37. Oops, I forgot to load this one up. Get Francis in here. All you can hear is my big mouth rugrat running around. Ken, do you hear that ocean? Big Mac. That's what we had earlier today, McDonald's. When I went shopping, I stopped at McDonald's for the first time in a long time, and Bought my wife some chicken nuggets and bought myself a quarter pounder with cheese. She was happy she didn't have to cook dinner. I can't believe you guys can't hear that ocean sound I got up there. Ken, you can't hear that ocean roaring? Probably because the mic's not really picking it up that well, most likely. It finally went off. Now it's just the sound of silence. Isn't that great? Oh, I know what a rugrat is. Believe me, I have got lots of them around here. It's unanimous. We all did McDonald's today. How about that? Huh. Move that mic out of the way. Have a nice, good view of the ocean. Why not? I never heard of the dinner box. Maybe we just don't get those here in Florida for McDonald's. But I never heard of it. Unless you're referring to like a giant box of chicken nuggets, something like that. I don't know. But we don't have anything called a dinner box. Not in Florida. The only dinner box I'm familiar with is a box of cereal. That's what we have a lot. A bowl of cereal. That would be our dinner box. Get more in the middle here. Well, I guess Minnie didn't watch the video last night because I didn't get any comments. I figured I would, but I didn't. Oh, you did hear the waves? Okay. I was going to say, I had them up pretty loud. I was surprised. I was kind of surprised you to hear it. I didn't want to play them for too long because it would have been embarrassing for all three of us to listen to them waves and falling asleep, and then other people come in here. You know dang well that's the day, that would be the time Minnie showed up. And she'd be like, "You're all sleeping, every one of you." She'd be talking to herself. Oh, well. Two double cheeseburgers. Yeah, I usually get I get double cheeseburgers a lot there too, but I didn't this time. I guess Ken didn't hear the waves. I asked him a couple of times, but he's got McDonald's on his mind, so Got me a drink though. No coffee. They don't have it in Florida. I've never seen it on the menu or anything. So maybe it's just where you live. So it's just wherever you are, they got it there. They don't have it here. I feel deprived now. I'm going to write McDonald's and complain. I'm like, what the hell? Recon says you got a dinner box and it's supposed to have 2 Big Macs, 2 cheeseburgers, and 1 10-piece chicken nugget and 4 small fries. I want to know why we can't get them in Florida. I'm going to tell him Recon told me about it. So you did hear the ocean waves. Okay, good. I just wondered. Boy, ain't that something. I got my wife logged in, and it's been playing ads now for 10 minutes. I'm going to keep playing the ads. I make money on those. I'll let them play all dang night. I don't care. So we're at the beach. Like I'm by myself at the beach. There's nobody here. I'm pretty sure they'll get a good laugh out of that if I tell them that, Recon. They'll probably say, go for it. They probably only have it where you are, and they're going to lie to me, and they're going to say, Recon don't know what he's talking about. They'll probably just say he made up his own box. I'm kind of surprised Velvet's not on tonight, too. Because she was here earlier today. I don't know. I think she's still working in Steinhatchee, though, so maybe she's working late. She came on last night. Velvet admitted she was one of the lurkers, but she kept losing connection on her phone. She couldn't even get on good enough to type. How come every time I get online live, I start yawning? I don't understand it. Well, the ad is still running. Oh, this is one of them long ads. It's like really long. It's a video in itself. About halfway through this one. I've seen 3 or 4 of them at least. Ah, there's Caitlin. Surprise! Hi, Caitlin. Yeah, liven the place up, Recon. Liven it up. You and Ken are going to have to come up with some things to liven things up a little bit. Here, come on now. Well, I'm glad Caitlin at least decided to come on. But yeah, I thought sure Velvet would be on because she was here earlier. Excuse me. See? Recon speaks and I yawn. Thanks, Recon. Are you home already, Caitlin? Yeah, you guys left a while ago. You must be home by now. True, I have a desktop computer in the house for my wife. She never turns it on. Never. I just sell the dang thing. Get rid of it. Make room. Yeah. Well, at least I brought you to your favorite place tonight, Caitlin. The beach. I'll give you some wave sound so you can feel more comfortable with the beach. There you go, Caitlin. Listen. Yeah, you yawning too, Ken? Yeah, I knew he had some doctor's appointments coming up. I think your mom mentioned it. You hear that ocean? Remind you of New Smyrna? We brought Caitlin to New Smyrna Beach on a vacation once. Maybe she can't hear it. Must be deaf. Hear that ocean crashing? Caitlin, I did it just for you. I think it's great. Somebody coming in and I think that I'm actually doing a live stream at the beach. Until they probably look at it for a while and see that the water's not moving. But hey, your mind can fool you and make you visualize it. Okay, I'll spare y'all and turn it back off. All right, all right, all right, all right. It's enough of that. Hey, 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 hey. Hey. God dang seagulls will probably shit on me. I've had one do it before in Cedar Key. Came walking out of a store down there and seagull flew over and shit on top of me. I couldn't believe it. Nasty. I wonder how much my lag time is. I bet it's quite a bit tonight. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's way behind here. I can tell that already. Well, you can always still try to fix it yourself. About 16, 17 seconds. Not too bad. Yeah, I've been anxious for football season to get started. Yeah, it's not very much fun getting shit on from a seagull, is it, Recon? Or any kind of bird for that matter. But hey, if I was a bird, that's what I'd do. That'd be my pastime, shit on people. I'd be a low flying sucker, dive down and poop on them and keep going. Well, if one side works, disconnect whatever's on the side that don't work and run some wires from the other one to the one that don't work. They run on the same source, and that'll fix it. It's only 3 wires. I've done that before. Well, it shows we got 4 people in here. That's probably right. Partly right. With YouTube being so accurate and everything. Does as high and low beam both don't work, or just one or the other? Because if high and low beam don't work, it's probably, like I said, a ground wire. Ooh, blackout. Nice. Nice. You can even do it to a newer car, probably. Wires are wires. Don't matter. But I'll bet it's a ground. Betcha. If high and low beam both don't work, it's a ground. If high or low beam works and the other one don't, then it's a hot wire. Well, it's like I said, you got high and low beam. So there's more than one wire. There's 3 wires. There's a ground, a high beam, and a low beam wire. If neither one works, if high beam and low beam don't work, 9 times out of 10, it's a ground. If one of them works and the other one don't, then it's one of the hot wires. But you said they don't work at all, so I'm assuming I'm going to assume since if high and low beam don't work, it's got to be a ground, which is common for the vehicle. Bring it here, I'll fix it. Nothing to it. They got my tester. Don't you have a headlight on both sides of the car? On the passenger side and the driver's side? That don't make sense having one headlight for both. I mean, it makes me think of a Cyclops. Got one light, dead center. Chicken. Buck, 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 buck. Gotta get me a sound effect for chicken. Well, yeah, it's common. Well, no. Oh, it's a common wire. Well, common would be. DC current is kind of different than AC. AC, a common would be black. DC, it's probably still black, but you got usually have a white and a red too, or red. It's like with my refrigerator in the RV. It has AC and DC, but the wiring's different. Huh. Okay. Did Caitlin leave us already? She didn't even say goodbye. I'm gonna beat her if she didn't. I'm gonna beat you, Caitlin. But you leave and not say goodbye. Maybe she didn't. I didn't see it. I guess I better look first. No, last thing she says, yeah, she hears the ocean waves. So she must still be here, or she just abandoned her grandfather. Can you believe that? She would abandon her grandfather. No, no one's joined yet. Nancy is going to. She's just waiting for some money to get back in her account because when she took the girls on a little vacation, they went to Dunkin' Donuts and ate actual meals at Dunkin' Donuts. And the bill was like almost $50. And they triple charged her. So they're waiting for them to put the money back on her credit card or ATM card or whatever it was she used. And then they went to the motel and they rented, I don't know, 2 or 3 rooms. And one room, because they came back late at night, they couldn't get in, and there was nobody at the desk. The door lock was broke. So they ended up all staying in one room. So she's waiting for a refund for that too. So I guess when she gets all that, then she'll sign up. Yes, Caitlin is Jennifer's daughter. Excuse me. Jennifer has Caitlin's her oldest, and she has a son. Dylan's her son. Caitlin, I think, is about 23, and Dylan is 17. Going to be 18 this year, I think. Jennifer's my oldest child. I think she's about 45 now. Yeah, Jennifer's older than you guys are. And my son Mark is 44. Chris would have been 40. Nancy is like 37, 38, something like that. I think. I may be wrong. I can't never remember their ages. If my wife heard this, I would be getting the riot act later. While she chewed me out for not knowing my own children's birthday, yeah, age. Oh, she is still here. Yeah, I bet you can. I bet you can. But you can't wait for that, Recon. Ah, Caitlin is still here. Oh boy. Now she's gonna get me. Caitlin's gonna be going to my wife, her grandmother, going, Nana, I heard an interesting conversation last night. Grandpa talking about the kids and not knowing how old they are. You all's kids. So then I'm going to hear about it. Oh boy. Woo. Going to be a long night. I just have to give her a magic spell and make her forget she heard anything at all. Wash your brain out. Well, Jennifer has two kids. My son Mark has two daughters. Sierra and Trinity are my son Mark's daughters. My son Christopher, who passed away, had 6 kids. I don't think anybody of them have been here. Oh, I got Caitlin's age wrong too. Oh boy. Ay, 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 ay. See, I'm going to get it now. Well, I tried to help you stay a little bit younger, Caitlin, so give me a break. Give me a break. And then Nancy has 3 daughters. Yes, Karen, I'm going to get the smackdown. Yeah, I'm in for it now. Caitlin may very well be calling her grandmother now, saying, we need to have a talk about Grandpa and his memory problem. Of course, my wife will just go, what else is new? She'll just say, I told you he's dumber than a box of rocks. Caitlin, you can't tell on me anyway, Caitlin, because I just have to remind you of a few things. Remember when you come down to, when we went to Disney together and we stayed at the motel and everything? It was me, your loving grandfather. You can't squeal on me because remember, I'm the guy that I handed you the $100 bill for spending money. Remember that? Remember that? See, now I got to bribe her now. Oh. And then you went to New Smyrna with us, and I bought you the boogie board, and I bought you a bicycle, and oh, so you can't squeal on me. You can't tell on me now. Eh. All right, you guys, y'all just shut up and stop laughing at this because I'm the guy that's gonna get the heat. She knows. She knows. She knows. She knows. Grandpa has always taken care of her. Always. Actually, she's the only granddaughter we have, or the only grandchild we have that we've ever taken on vacation with us. And she went twice, not once, twice with us. And of course, she may not know it, but we caught some heat from some of the other granddaughters because we brought her twice. And them, none. Yep. That's a possibility that I may end up being woke up in the middle of the night with a lot of pain and some blood. And directions to the couch after I clean up the blood. I'm watching the video on my phone of me. Looks like it's probably about 2 minutes ago. Oh, yeah, we are really lagging seriously tonight. I'll get rid of that YouTube one there. That might help. Yeah, they do. They grow real fast. Even grandkids. Seemed like yesterday that I was just holding Caitlin in one arm. And now I'm holding her child in one arm. Well, it's possible. Well, if I live to be 85, I may very well see great grandchildren. Nah, I won't live that long. Nah, it wasn't too bad in Florida today. I don't know what the temperature was. I didn't look. Probably 90 or so. I don't consider Florida too hot until we hit 100. We haven't hit 100 yet. But then again, July is just now ending and August is coming, so it may really heat up some more. I was just looking at them pictures tonight, Caitlin, from our vacation at New Smyrna. That Caitlin was only a teenager when she went with us to New Smyrna. I actually was kind of worried about her swimming because we did warn her. We told her not to go out very far even though she had that boogie board. New Smyrna is the shark capital of the world. More people have been bitten by sharks at New Smyrna Beach than probably anywhere. It's had I still every year I see the news about somebody getting attacked by a shark in New Smyrna. Arm bit half off, or leg bit half off, or whatever. Luckily, I mean I've swam down there, but not very much. And actually, I probably was only up to about my chest in water when I did swim, but which that's still a pretty dangerous depth anyway. But most of the time, I just walked along the beach, ankle deep, maybe a little bit more sometimes. But when we went to New Smyrna, which we went quite a few times, I used to like bringing my metal detector and I'd detect along the beach. Never found much, but I still enjoyed doing it. But it was kind of hot though. But I still had fun. But this other guy, he had a metal detector to go about a foot and a half down, out in the water with it and everything. He found quite a bit of stuff. In fact, he told me he did it part time. Every week he was out for. I think he spends. I think he said somewhere around 8 or 10 hours a week detecting. He rotates the beaches: Daytona, New Smyrna, different beaches that are over on the coast over there. And he said he averages about $60 a week from metal detecting on the beach. But he said some really good days because one day he found a Rolex worth 10 grand. And he's found a diamond ring that was worth, 7 or 8 grand at least. So he's had some really good days. And I've seen him actually 2 different times I went down there too. He's a heck of a nice guy. They hibernate. They go down in the ground. But they do that when it's like really cold. Right now it's pretty warm, so yeah, well, they're not hibernating now anyway. You'll find snakes now all the time. I've already seen a half a dozen snakes this year already. Yeah, it's gonna be the worst. Wow. Why wouldn't they give you a refund for the $1,500 if there was a hurricane? That don't make a bit of sense. I'd sue their ass. Ridiculous. That's a lot of money to lose. Yeah, I think it was pretty hot when we took Caitlin to New Smyrna, my wife and I. I can't remember what month it was in. Caitlin might remember, but it seems like it was in June or July or August or September or something. I don't know, but whenever we went, it was hotter than hell. It was hot. That beach was just scorching hot. It was hot enough that the sand going down to the beach was too hot to stand in. So, you get down closer to the water where the water's been splashed on the sand and it would cool off. But It was too hot to walk on that sand for long barefoot. Well, you're wrong again, Recon. Florida gets down to 0 and even below 0 sometimes. No, we don't have a really long winter, but we always have usually 3 or 4 weeks out of winter is around 0 or below freezing. We'll put it that way, below freezing. But it has got down to 0 many, many times here in Florida. And it's a different kind of cold too, because there's no snow for insulating the ground or anything. So if you're below freezing here, it's really cold. And I know I lived in New Hampshire where it was 40 below 0 sometimes up there in Twin Mountain, up by Mount Washington. I mean, but in Florida sometimes even below freezing really feels even colder. Of course, the houses in Florida are made to withstand heat as far as the air conditioning goes and whatever. They're not really prepped really well for keeping it warm. I mean, they do, but of course, insulating for heat and cold is the same idea, but for some reason, they stay cold a lot easier than from the air conditioning than they do for heat. This last year, it got down. Well, no, I don't think it went to 0, but it was. This year was actually not bad at all. It was fairly easy, but it got down below 0 only for probably a week or two. But during the day, it would warm up some. It would get above 0 or get above freezing normally. But I think there was a couple days that it didn't. It stayed down below freezing. Down to 0, I don't remember when the last time was. It's probably been a while, but it does go below freezing. But 0 is probably a rare thing in Florida, but it does go below. Below freezing, rather. I mean, I've seen it go down to 15, 20 degrees, 0 is not real common, but of course, we're in northern Florida too. We're not in southern Florida. We're up north, so it gets colder up here. But it definitely goes down below freezing. Because I've had to fix the frozen water pipes a couple of times. In fact, more than a couple of times. Oh, back at the group home. Well, we got a 5th person in here. That could be Jennifer or that sneaky Minnie. We got to flush her out. I think I got a message from Brad last night or today. I don't remember which one it was, but I think the video was released for the tickets, I think, for that book he did. Did you get anything on that, Recon? We got 7 likes. So, yeah, we've had some other people drop by anyway. In fact, when Brad texted me, I should have replied to him to jump in here again. I don't like to pester him though. But if you look up Millionaire Vlog though, it does come up where the video is. So if you didn't get a notice on it, then that's how you can find it. Well, all you gotta do is call a landlord, say, "Come on, freeze the pipe with your hairdryer or whatever." When I lived up north, I bought one of those kerosene jet burners to put down the cellar or wherever pipes may be frozen. They work great. Well, you can get an electric one too, but it's one of them. It's like a 30,000 BTU heater. Just plug it in, let it go, and it's safe. You don't worry about fire with it usually, unless you're gonna stick it right up against some wood, but it will thaw them pipes out real fast. Because I had one up north. You had to have it because I used to do some work for my best friend. He was a plumber and electrician, so I worked for him and I worked for his father. So we get to a job and the plumbing be frozen, and I just bring that in the cellar up north, plug it in, fire it up, and just wait. And before long, it thaw them pipes right out. Well, look it up. Just do the search for, you know, Bradley Hahn or Millionaire Vlog. I did the Millionaire Vlog one and it come up. Try Bradley Hahn, his name. See if that brings it up. I have the other phone is where I got the because this won't have texting on it. So my other phone, which is connected to the phone lines, that's where I have the link. I gotta remember to check it later tonight when we get off here, which won't be too much longer. I'm gonna check it tonight and see. Watch him do the book. Yeah, I did watch that interview. I'm surprised that he's got 45 subscribers, you said, so well, but up north you have a cellar. You don't have to crawl under the house. You walk down the cellar stairs from inside the house and fire it up. Now, if you got a house that don't have a cellar, which in New Hampshire is a very rare house, or a mobile home, well, then the mobile home, you just open up a part of the skirting and you shove that dang heater underneath there, plug it in, and it'll heat up all under that trailer and thaw everything out. It's a very common thing for plumbers to do up there. I'd like to get one for the camper, for my RV. I was thinking about that myself, of finding a way to make sure that my pipes don't get frozen. Really? Try just Brad Hahn instead of Bradley. Well, the fifth person we had left, we had another lurker here. Might have been Minnie, who knows, or Jennifer. It could have been Velvet. Well, crawl space is enough for one of those little heaters. I mean, they're on wheels. They're not that big. They're not that high up either. They're built, they're made for doing that stuff. Just shove it under there and plug it in. Excuse me. I mean, you can get one of them from like Lowe's or Home Depot. You get different BTUs. You can get like a 10,000 BTU, a 20,000, 30,000, whatever. I mean, they're not much more than $100 for one of the smaller ones, but they blow out heat like crazy. Of course, the more BTUs it is, the more area of that house is going to heat up faster. But if you're close to the plumbing, excuse me, which I'm assuming you won't be all the time, if you're close enough to it, you can always move it up fairly close, fire it up, let it go. If you're not, then you probably should get a bigger one and just fire it up, let it go. It's amazing how fast they will heat up under a house. And it's a whole lot cheaper and a lot easier than wrapping all the pipes up with tape or those insulating wires that you just plug in and keep them warm. I've used those too, heat strips. Okay, good night, Caitlin. I appreciate you coming and sticking around with us for a while. Have a good night. I'm sure I'll probably see you sometime tomorrow. We're about ready to shut down here anyway pretty soon. Recon's boring me to death, so I'm yawning like crazy now. I'm just messing with you, Recon. Because he erased all the videos. So that's what he did. He still has the channel then. He's got 98,000 subs, no videos. He erased the videos. If you're a creator, you can erase your videos. No problem. When he demonetized himself, he probably lost the videos. Caitlin, have a good night, sweetheart. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care. All right, guys. I think it's about time now. By the time you get it, which will be another minute and a half or 2 minutes, it'll be an hour. So I think we'll go ahead and shut it down. And I'll go check it out at some point today or tomorrow and see if it's up or not. I'll let you know tomorrow. Remind me, because I can click on the link he sent me to it, and I'll tell you which one it is. If it's a Millionaire Vlog or Bradley Hahn or whatever, and I'll try to remember to let you know. So we'll shut her down tonight, guys. Have a good night. Thanks for coming. I appreciate y'all coming, and we'll see you tomorrow night. So have a good night, guys. Take care. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Ken, have a good night, buddy. I appreciate you coming, as always. Well, he might have got more because of that other stuff he put up there for a while. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's another one he had. Who knows? I have no idea. I'd have to ask him how he got one with 90-something thousand subs. So unless it grew overnight for some unknown reason, for no reason whatsoever. But anyway, have a good night, guys. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow night.